What's going on, y'all? It's your boy, Sir House of Jaz. And I'm back with another tutorial. This time, Those Dreaming Eyes of Mine by D'Angelo. Decided to just do the tutorial by jumping right into it. Song can be a little tricky. I'm not all that familiar with it. So I just said, let me just jump right on into it. Settings, thanks for the donation. He actually requested 4 songs, so this is one of 4. I don't think I'll have a chance to learn all 4 tonight, but but we're gonna at least knock this one out. Um, so Dreaming Eyes of Mine's D'Angelo. Um, what you have? He starts with a little lick, do 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 do, and that's E, G flat, G, A. Walk back to the G, E. Do 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 do. Okay, you can do it with both hands if you want. Do 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 do. And then it goes to yeah. Do 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 do. And again, yeah yeah. Those 2 chords. Left hand G D G. Right hand B D E G. That's a G major chord right there. With this E, it's called a G6. Yeah, it's like a G6 chord. Technically, because by itself this is an E minor 7, you could look at it as an E minor 7 over G2. But it's a G6 chord. So, do 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 do. And all you gotta do is take your left hand, move it down to C. That's it. Those are the 2 chords at the very beginning. That's the C major 7. I'm sorry, actually, it's a C major 9 chord. Once you move down to the C and you put C, G, C in your left hand, the chord has turned into a C major 9. So you got your G6 chord, C major 9 with that lick. Do 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 do. Yeah. And then play it again. Do 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 do. Yeah, yeah. Then you got. Then you got. And then you. Okay, so after that, after you play the lick, do 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 do, and you play the chord twice, and then do 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 do. Yeah, you're going to quickly hit what I like to call my Jodeci chord. Okay. Left hand G, right hand A, D, E flat, G. Just slap that joint. There you go. The chord is the technical name of the chord is A11 flat 5 sus 4, and it's over G in this instance. There's other times in the song where you're gonna put it over that B. Okay, but for right now you can play it over the G. So once you hit that, you're going to go to your E minor 7. That's E on the left hand. Right hand, E, G, B, D. And then you're going to take your left hand, move it to A. And on your right hand, just take this D and lower it to D flat. Okay? And that becomes an A dominant 9 chord. So you're going to go doom, doom, and then you're going to hit your Jodeci chord again, and you can keep it over G. And that's it for the introduction. Okay, so you have the then you got okay, so the whole thing da 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 da. Well, the whole introduction. Da, da, I'm like not doing the whole song yet. Yeah, da 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 da. Yeah. And then you got That's what you're gonna play for most of the song. That little section, that little groove you play for most of the song. Can't hum the melody because I don't know it, but those are the chords. First chord is the E dominant 7 chord. E on your left hand, right hand, E, G, A flat, D, B as in boy, D as in door. Okay? So you got that. And then you don't really play the chord again, but the bass is moving up to an A flat. It walks up. Skip the F, play G flat, G, and then land on A flat. So you got, that's all you're doing. And then you're going to move to A dominant 7 chord. A on your left hand, right hand, G, A, C sharp, E. And that's the meat of the part right there. Now, D'Angelo, he does different things. It's hard to just sit here and say every single different chord he plays. He does different things. Sometimes he'll play that Jodeci chord really fast, like, you know what I'm saying? Just so he'll go. Real quick, you know what I'm saying? And then sometimes he'll take the A7 and just slap it again. And now on the third time, he does this every time. Every time he gets to the third time, he comes to the A7 and the left hand goes down to G flat. You hit the A again, A flat, G, G flat. And then your left hand, go ahead and play a G flat diminished chord. G flat, A, C. That's every single time. There's not one time on the track where on the third round, he doesn't go and go like that. Okay, now on the fourth time, he'll hit that A7 chord, then he'll go to G flat diminished 7. Okay, G flat on the left hand, G flat, A, C, E, and then the Jodeci chord over B. All right, so B on the left hand, A, D, E flat, G. So that whole cycle slowly. That's the first one. And if you want, you can just slap it and go again. And then you can play the Jodeci chord and then come back. The third time, A dominant and walk to that G flat diminished. Fourth time, and then you'll go, then do it again. Speeding it up a little bit. Now, so that's it. That's most of the song for you right there. There's another part. I don't know if it's like a pre-chorus or whatever, and he'll go. And it goes. And then I'll go. And it goes right back to that meat. So that whole little section, whether it's a pre-chorus, the chorus, you can call it whatever you want. House of Jazz is going to give you them chords real quick. A on the left hand. On the right hand, B, D, E, G. A on the left hand. Now, I'm calling this an E minor 7 over A because this is an inverted E minor 7 chord. Because if you take this B and this D and move it over here, the B and D, there you go, E minor 7, right? Just so you can understand, like if you're looking at the chord sheet, why I call it an E minor 7 chord. So that's your first chord. E minor 7 over A. He doesn't really play this chord again. The bass quickly goes. It just hits that G flat real quick, or F sharp G flat real quick. While the chord is still down. So on the chord sheet, I just put it down as the second chord. So it's like, and then so now your next chord is a G major 7. G, D on the left hand, right hand, G, B, D, F sharp. And then you can go to a C major 9 chord. C, G, C on your left hand. On your right hand, you have an E minor 7, right? E, G, B, D. When that E minor 7 lines up with C, G, C, you have a C major 9 chord, okay? So C major 9. 2, 3. So the first 4 chords. Now the next set of chords, you're going to go to a G flat diminished 7. G flat on your left hand. On your right hand, G flat, A, C, E. And then you're going to move to G major over B. B on your left hand. G, B, D on your right hand. And just move your bass note to D. And keep that same G chord. You can kind of slap it this time. So that's G major over D. And then you have E minor 7. Okay? So playing that entire, whatever you want to call this pre-chorus. Then you're going to do it again. And go. And then you're gonna go. And you're back into the meat of the song. And then eventually you just go back to that other section. And ladies and gentlemen, that's your tutorial. All right, so that's it. Like I said, I can't hum the melody and all that stuff, but if you're trying to learn the song, obviously you know the song, so you already know what chord section comes up and when to play the other section, right? So, okay, if you would like to have the chord sheet, I did type out the chords. It's just a Word document, and PDF also just typed out the chords that I use. If you would like a copy of it, just send a $3 donation, and I will email it to you. Make sure I have your correct email address. You can do that through PayPal. And also, if you would like to request a tutorial to be created, you have to go through PayPal and send a donation of at least $20 to request a tutorial to be done. Okay. I do have a Patreon page. Some exciting things are going to be coming up in July for people who sign up for them. It will include videos that you get to view, because there's going to be a series of videos that will not just be up on YouTube. They'll be through Patreon, and those that are a part of the Patreon fan will get a chance to see them. You know what I'm saying? So sign up for Patreon. It's a monthly donation. You can do for as little as $1 a month. And once I get everything set up, I'll let you know the dollar amount you would have to put down as a Patreon to, be a part of the special stuff that I'm getting ready to do with tutorials. There's going to be a whole different type of tutorials. I'm always taking requests, and I'm going to continue to take requests. Those will be $20 donations, but then there's going to be other type of tutorials that will go up that won't be available on YouTube. They'll be available through a Patreon subscription and stuff like that. But we'll get into it. You'll hear about it soon, okay? All right, y'all. I'll talk with you next time. All right, peace.